Okay. Hello, my name is Ivan, and this is Oma.
Hello.
We are gonna review some old Counter-Strike maps. Well, this is our second map. It's DE747 by 3D-Mike. A good mapper who's done lots of amazing levels, and I would never ever get on a plane with him because he has a fetish about blowing planes up. So, let's get going! Alright, this is the T-spawn then.
Yeah, this is the T-spawn.
And we've got a nice button down here that opens up the cargo door. You see the crates.
So I guess we, the terrorists came in this box over here.
Like a Trojan horse.
Yeah, Trojan horse, exactly. And then I think there's 32 spawn points in here, so it must have been a pretty rough flight for the terrorists.
I think it's just like flying with Ryanair, don't you think?
I also think it was pretty lucky that there were also 32 counter-terrorists just going on holidays together as well, which is lucky.
I don't think it's like Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal and all those plane movies. They just happens to be on there.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was on the plane.
Here you have to be careful because if you can fall down into Toulouse.
Sorry, am I in your way?
Lots of things you can destroy in this map, and it's what makes it fun. There's 3 basic entrance ways to the bomb sites. But the bomb sites are nice and narrow and easily to defend. I think the map plays well 1 versus 1, and I think it will be pretty good in a clan match 5 versus 5. I really like the textures. It's very realistic, as it looks like a plane.
Yeah, it does. I think the best thing about this map is the design of it. How Mike managed to fit a full sort of map, a diffused map, inside a real scale plane is unbelievable. It's so clever.
It is. It's Predator planes. That's a picture of him, and Deadlock City and Alk Maria.
These curtains are so much better than the the CS 747 as well.
It's bigger and you don't get stuck on silly curtains. But I think this map is about six years younger than the old one.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a run around. Yeah, this is dust. I had a run around on DE Survivor a couple of weeks ago, and you have a picture of it here. It's a very nice map, but I think that map's more suited for 32 versus 32.
Yeah. DE Survivor was the first map that made me think that you could do something a bit more than use the standard Half-Life textures to make maps. So I seem to remember that I was working on a map, and then I saw DE Survivor, and I just deleted it because it was so rubbish compared to DE Survivor. There's another map here on the wall. It's called DE Deadlock. I don't think that's just Mike. I think one of the other guys worked on that as well. Mawibs. I can't remember his name.
Well, maybe we should try that up next, because I haven't played that map.
Yeah, Deadlock's good. I like these doors.
I like it.
No.
Did he fly out?
Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win.
What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. There's some turbulence ahead.
Ouch.
Terrorists win.
Hold on. Oh, that was so aiming. I was so aiming. I think it's this.
Fire in the hole. Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
Don't you stare.
Oh. Turbulence.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought I was coming down with something.
So, a couple of people have said to us that our scoring in the last video was terrible.
No way.
Yeah, I can't believe
Fasten
it.
your seatbelts. There's some turbulence ahead.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about for things like textures, geometry, the architecture, the ambience and sounds, and
Well, for that, I'll give this map definitely 9.
yeah, to me it feels, you know, given the limitations of the Counter-Strike 1.6 engine, then yeah, it feels about as real a plane as you could imagine, really. So yeah, I totally give this 9. I agree, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and playability or something like that. That should be a factor too.
Yeah, I think if we categorize another one called layout and playability, which we should think about things like the balance and how easy it is to find your way around, and whether it's got different options for rushing and sneakiness and long range and short range, that sort of stuff.
Well, I would have to give it a 10 out of that. 10 out of 10 on playability then, because you can both camp and you can rush. There's plenty of spaces, and I think it's very well balanced. It all depends on if the terrorist decides to be sneaky or not.
I'm gonna be a bit tougher on this, because I think, given the constraint of the plane, it's a 10. If you start with the plane, it's a 10, but you don't have to make a map in a plane. So if it was just a map, it's more like a 7 for me, because it is limited by the spaces that you can fit in a plane. But because it's such an awesome, clever layout for the space that Mike had available, I'm gonna give this like a 9 as well.
Alright, so you give it a 9 and I give it a 10. That's 9.5.
Yeah, that sounds good. What about for originality?
I haven't played a CS 1.6 map that's quite like this.
Yeah.
So, or pretty alone out there.
Yeah, even though it's even though there's a CS 747, the fact that the plane is in mid-air flying along is what makes this original, and the layout again just makes this this really stand out. And I think our last category we should try and score. Oh, sorry, no. So I thought for originality we could score that out of 5. I think it's a bit less important than things like layout and playability and the immersion you get from it. So I thought we'd score originality out of 5.
Okay, I will give this 4.5 then.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. 4.5. Yeah, it's not completely original, but it's pretty spectacular in its own way as well. And the last bit of scoring we need to do is whether we think it's any fun to play or not.
I think the 5 out of 5 for fun.
5 out of 5 for fun? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. 5 out of 5. Okay, what was the total score then? Hang on a sec, let me work it out.
Well, it's 18.5 plus 20, that's 28.5?
$28.5? 5? Or 29.5? Yeah, 29.5.
Oh, okay.
No, 28.5. You're right, sorry. What did we say?
Yeah, I did.
We can't actually remember what scores we gave everything. So I'm going to edit in the number that it actually came to later on.
That's okay. I think it was 28.
So you do it. You give it the final score.
Okay, so after careful consideration and lots of deliberation, we have agreed upon the final score for this map to be 28. 28.5. 29.5.
He didn't do 29.
27.5.
You missed 29.
29. 29.5. 37.8. 9 out of 12. If there's a map you want us to review, post a comment here on YouTube or come visit us on Builder on Facebook. We will investigate your map, review your map, and kill on it. So, good night from Ivan.
Good night from Oma.
Good night from Builder.